It's always like your birthday with a package from China, so let's go. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. It's awesome that you're tuning in. So in this video we are going to take a close look at the Pandora games box, but this is the Friend Edition. Is this another Pandora's box? Is this a Super Console X clone? That's what we're going to find out today, so stay tuned. But let's take a close look at the box itself, because there's some quite interesting information on it. So when it comes to these boxes, I love the text on it. Superior performance, more stable and zero delay. Richer Pandora's box system. I have no idea what that means, you know, like a richer Pandora's box system. Smoother game experience. 3D game, HDMI and Wi-Fi. I have no idea why the Wi-Fi is for, because in the past we did see like they have these naughty stores and they were freaking awful. And the box also said like we do have a support for quick load, quick save, different languages, classic games, support wireless and wired controllers. And everyone like, yeah, okay. And support Wi-Fi download? The box itself, or the color options, we do have warm gray, black and red. And I think I ordered myself the red one, if I'm saying it correctly. The one on 28GB. Like here you can see already, like we do have the 32, 64 and 128GB edition. Okay, so let's take a close look in the box itself. I must say, the box, the way how it looks very nice. They also call this thing the DK370. Let's pull this sleeve off. And let's see how it packed up. So they did an amazing job. Very nice styrofoam. And yep, indeed, they sent me red one. And whoa, this thing feels quite heavy. Then we have HDMI cable. Let's see what we're going to get here. We're going to get a plug. Take consideration, they sell like different kits. So buy one for your region. Otherwise, you're going to get the different or the wrong plug. And of course, the all famous PlayStation controllers. They don't smell very chemical at all. Ooh, this one feels very nice. And how I feel that is quite simple. So when you basically moving your thumb around this, so like this, the buttons, you can feel like it's got a very nice press. The cheap ones got a very clickish and a way to, like say, long travel. So also the analog stick feel very nice. It's not like the PlayStation 2, especially with these, you can feel like the back buttons. But overall, not bad at all. And why do I get a freaking manual of a Pandora's box? Yeah, okay. Man, that is quite lazy, to be honest. Is there even like... There's not even some freaking English. No, that's it. They give me a freaking wrong manual. So the Friends box. This thing is something else, I can tell you that. So the first thing I'm noticing, it feels quite heavy, and you can see underneath there is some metal shining. So I'm curious if this thing have a big cooling or passive cooling. Already like attached to two dongles with... Is there an AB? No, there's just two Bs, so I need to figure out which controllers for what. And let's see, they added, and I think like these brands you find very often, an Lexar. So I understand Lexar is not like a very bad brand in China. I'm just not really familiar with it. Oh crap, oh crap. See, another problem that you're sticking the card in wrong and it does fall through the box. So there's something you need to be careful with. So over here we're going to get an on and off switch. It's freaking unbelievable. I'm not thinking they were listening to my videos. Then we do like the input for the power. We have an HDMI and an audio out, an optical out, and the RJ45 Ethernet connection. So that's basically what we're going to get. There are some differences with the Super Console X. If you want to see in comparison, I can do that in the future. Let me know in the comments. But for now, let's hook it up and let's see what we're going to get. Alright, so that is quite interesting. It does have the same boot up sequence like the Pandora box or Pandora game 3D. Alright guys, so basically what you're going to get is the same stuff that I've seen before with the previous Pandora's boxes. They're using the same kind of layout. Over here we're going to get the preview, the name of the box, some basic explanation how it works, and of course the game list itself. Pressing... Oh, that's different. Pressing the start button, you can go up to the start or the search function, but basically you can navigate through categories, recent played, and then we have the search option. And the search option normally seems to be working just fine with this. So it's loading up all of the files, so it takes some time and it will give a delay. Alright, so here we do have like in the Mortal Kombat games that we wanted to try out, especially the MAME, just to see how that runs on this box to benchmark. But for now, let's take a close look at the settings. Alright, so let's start up with PlayStation Portable. So this is basically the latest system. The Pandora boxes in general also can handle, you know. You will see a lot of issues like the weird vibrating feed or any other issues like framed up Most of these systems have been set to 1 times frame skipping, otherwise these games won't run at all. There's some kind of playable, but so this is basically what we're going to get with this, and also the same for the Pandora's boxes. But you can just hear that it stutters. Here you can see like the freaking feet are going to be like shaking. You know, remember that it said like you have a quick load, quick save option? It's a lie, because it's still got the same issue like the Pandora's boxes. Some systems don't have this option. Yeah. Well, next up, let's try PlayStation 1, and all of the Pandora's box, or the latest Pandora's box, can play this very well. Great way to test the D-pad. You need to press it really hard to get something out of it. I want to do a super. It seems to be working, but the problem is that we have like an annoying thing going on here, that you need to press the freaking D-pad hard. But when it comes to PlayStation 1, we have reached the point that we can play it very well on these boxes, but they will run on native resolution and widescreen mode. Okay guys, so I have tried Bug Bumble a couple of times on different Pandora's boxes, but just this time we're going to play it actually with a controller, then when it cost us it was quite weird to play it with an arcade stick. But when it comes to N64, don't get me wrong, a lot of stuff will run like shit. But there are a couple of launch titles and basic games that run okay on these boxes, including this one. So it's pretty damn cool. Whee! Yeah, that's what I think about this. Whee! Okay, so next up, let's try the Mega Drive part. You can see this weird filter over it. It's still enabled. Okay, so this is a quite interesting homebrew game that they put on here. That is something where you can find with these weird clone systems too. I think it's pretty cool. We just have this weird homebrew game that you're actually like being supersonic all the time. Wow, that's a weird jumping. In that case, you're just basically invincible. Or enemies can't really hit you. Gotta go fast. Oh yeah. But here you can see that we do have actually a quick load and quick save option over here. I do have this idea there was some tiny, let's say, sound delay with the Dreamcast on it. Let's take a close look at some gameplay and see how it runs, because this is basically the benchmark for Dreamcast. Still have the issue with emulator that it's kind of dark, so the brightness is not like it should be. The overall speed is not bad at all, so it seems to be that they did fix something here. But other thing that is an issue that you can see like over here, like, and this is not like a problem with my television. The problem is with this is that we do have like a cut down of the screen. But we do have like the normal aspect ratio. Alright, so let's do the MIM test. And this of course with Mortal Kombat, or Mortal Spanking I love to call it. Yeah, with this game, it's a hit or miss. If the box is not powerful enough or they didn't configure it correctly, you're going to get some shitty performance. But so far, so good. Then you have this was this implemented in this game, that you can shock the guy? I think not. But so far I can hear there was no weird stuff going on. Ah, we did have the teleport. But let's take a close look at the game support, or the categories we're having. We're having basically arcade, that is divided over Neo Geo and MAME. Then we do have like some different systems like Play Support we tested before, PlayStation 1, we have N64, Famicom, Super Famicom, Game Boy Advance, Game Boy Color and Game Boy Classic. We do have this weird logo, but nothing to do with Xbox. This is just actually the, yeah, it's kind of weird. Like this is actually like the Mega Drive part, or Genesis, the PC Engine, the Dreamcast, Final Burn Alpha emulator, but it's basically the same, like it's also arcade. But this is basically what you're going to get when it comes to the support and what kind of games you can play with it. Okay, so let's rip and tear this bad boy. I just wanted to see what is in the inside. So when you're looking at this, it's quite interesting nowadays. Nowadays, we do have like all kinds of systems they call Pandora's box or game systems. But this is not your typical... They're really sticky. This is not your typical game system. This is more like the early days back in the day where we got the first like game box. And this is only the improved one. It's the same stuff like on the original Pandora box mainboard, only they made a special edition about it. They made like a real game system with an on-off switch, so that's pretty damn awesome. Man, these things are really sticky. Oh, damn it! I removed it for nothing. There is no screw under there. Oh. And when you're looking at this model, I find it quite interesting to see how they built this, especially when you're looking at just the form factor and the cooling, because I just wanted to open it up. I just wanted to see what is in the inside, how they made this bad boy. So let's take a close look at the mainboard. They're using this green looking mainboard. This is like really old crap. This looks like a really old sticker, but it can be me. Alright, so there's nothing interesting here when it comes to the information. Let's pull it out. Can we pull it out? I think I can. Ah, see, I did see it correctly. So at the top we're going to get ourselves a metal plate. You can just feel it. I'm just giving it a finger. But the thing is, like, you can feel it at getting a lot of heat transferred from the PCB, this tiny cooling element to over there. So that does a great job. So they are listening to the, I'm guessing they're listening to the videos, because as I said, like, there's one of those biggest complaints with all of the Pandora's boxes in general, like cooling. But what you can see over here, there is nothing to remove. They absolutely glue this bad boy on, so I cannot remove it whatsoever. But you do have your RAM chips over here, so it's going to be like this same specification like your typical Pandora's box. We do have a Wi-Fi chip, so it looks almost like an old school, let's say, Android box. That we have seen a couple of times here. But again, my friends, so this is what we're going to get. It's nothing really fancy. They did an improvement over the cooling. Now, and now give it an active fan, and I think we're done then. Okay, well, you're looking at the specification list over here. I just want to give you a quick overview. Yeah, it's nothing really fancy. It's just the same stuff that we have seen before with Pandora's box. Already mentioned, this is just a Pandora box in a completely new form factor. The Friends box, the Pandora Games box, how you want to call it, the DK370. But in the end, this is what we're going to get. Yeah. Nothing really fancy, just the same stuff that we have seen before, only in a different form factor. In other words, yep, that's what I think about it. Alright guys, so this is what we're going to get with the Super Console, nah, just kidding, the Pandora Games box. It's the same stuff that I've seen many times before in the Pandora jungle. It's in the same case, or on same board, but no, this is something completely different. Like, it's a different, let's say, case with a completely new method of cooling. It seems to be working just fine, only slapping an active cooling fan on it would be better. The controllers are the same crappy ones that I've seen before, nothing really fancy. They need to improve that one too. Yeah, and of course the boards, the performance is all the same stuff that we've seen with the Pandora's boxes. Well, thank you for watching, consider subscribing, hit that little bell icon, the Wicked family, and I will see you in the next video.